Hey, we're with Fernanda Rios, graduate of the Young Women's Leadership Academy, class of 2024, a recent graduate. And we're going to have a conversation about her experience at the Young Women's Leadership Academy, and we're going to begin with the idea that a decade ago, several of us here at the district went out to explore the possibility of a single-gender college preparatory program that guaranteed all of its graduates a place at a college and or university anywhere in the United States. And Fernanda is a success story. So first of all, what drew you to pursuing the Young Women's Leadership Academy at such a young age?
Well, as a little fifth grader in elementary school, it was definitely a big decision. It was life-changing, to say the least. It was not something, for me, it never occurred to me where else to go to middle school. It always was like, okay, I'll just continue on with the Eastwood system, which is where I went to elementary school. And it was kind of like, I guess I will do it. But then the Young Women's Leadership Academy became a possibility, and that was exciting for me because I wanted a place where I could feel safe, where I could feel like I could learn, and there was no shame in me wanting to learn. And when I went to those presentations and heard about the school, everything just seemed to click. And then I filled out an application, took the test, and the rest is history. But at the beginning, that safe environment where, yes, you get to be a nerd and you get to have fun while you do it was very exciting.
Yeah, you don't have to feel uncomfortable about being focused on your academics, on being intelligent, right? And not having to feel intimidated by demonstrating your intelligence. You were in a very, very strong, academically strong feeder pattern. The Eastwood feeder pattern is probably our most popular. Eastwood Heights, where were you?
Eastwood Knowles International.
Oh, you were actually at Eastwood Knowles International. That is also probably one of the most popular programs in the city, where almost half of the students don't live in the Ysleta Independent School District. They're there because not only can you be bilingual and biliterate, you can actually be trilingual. And you walked away from that after the fifth grade to be part of the Young Women's Leadership Academy.
That is correct.
And where were you and how did you react and who was present when you received word that you had performed well enough on the entrance exam and all of the other entrance requirements that Ms. Villalobos places on students to provide that level of pressure?
I don't remember where my initial opening letter was because I couldn't process it. Because it was just like, okay. But then I went to my great aunt's house, and I remember eating enchiladas in her house. And my mom was like, show her, remember you got that letter? And I was like, oh yeah, the letter. And then it was kind of like opening for the first time, because we actually took the pictures, it was official.
Yeah.
But that's when the rush came in, and it was like, oh, it's for real. And we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it for 7 years, God willing, and we're gonna do it right. And I remember my mom and I looking at each other like, what does it mean? And we're like, we don't know, but it's still very exciting.
So when you landed at Young Women's Leadership Academy, it was the first year that they had a complete middle school program.
Correct.
8th grade, 7th grade, and now you're a 6th grade student. So you've got some potential role models and mentors, and your initial impression of the school, was it what you expected?
I can definitely say that I didn't expect anything because there was nothing like it. We were basing ourselves off of something that had never been seen here in El Paso, and it was new and it was exciting, but it was also scary. So when I came in, of course there were expectations of, well, it's middle school, so it's gonna be a little harder. It's different people, so that's gonna be different, and it's all girls, so let's see how that works out. It was a lot of sentences that were ended by question marks, and once I came in, that welcoming environment, not only amongst my class, but amongst the people that worked here, from the custodians who greeted you in the mornings, coming out of the cafeteria cleaning, from our teachers welcoming us to our first, second period classes. There was this warmth and this smell to the school that you didn't feel anywhere else because it was special. And walking through those doors as a sixth grader, where everything seems bigger, better, you just feel small in the world. It was very welcoming, and I felt not like I was invincible, but that I could at least walk out of my house and that everything was going to be okay because I was going to spend my day here at Young Women's.
Yeah, a 7-year commitment, a prestigious program, elevated curriculum. We've heard from your classmates that they were incredibly well prepared for high school and beyond based on the rigor that these teachers took pride in providing you. The curriculum was, I think, college level, pre-AP, AP. It was about academics. It was about preparation.
Absolutely.
Right? Did you like the culture and the environment and what you all refer to as the sisterhood?
The sisterhood. So there is so many aspects to Young Women's leadership that make up the culture of the school. It's the academics, it's that sisterhood, it's the women that they're building here and that they've built. And I am one of them. As you said, it's a success story, and I can fully agree with that because we are success stories. The academics absolutely prepared me to not only be a high caliber high school student, but in college, it's been so much easier because university is hard. It's difficult. You are alone in the world, adulthood hits, and things get difficult. But because of that preparation and that base I had here, and that security of it's okay to fail, but the important thing is to not stay there. So you get 3 hours to kind of be in your moment, and then we gotta keep on going. So what's next? So from the academics of learning how to be a great writer, because of the teachers I had, because of the preparation of those AP, pre-AP classes, I am the kind of student I am with my morals, with my values. With those Cornell notes, I still use my Cornell notes with my own tweaks and turns, but the note-taking, the agenda, those preparations, I still use them in college because they're tools that the school gave me. Now, the other aspect of Young Women's is that sisterhood part. And we do so much. The school does so much for their students, and the students do so much for the community, that it builds character in a way that a book and a pre-AP course and an AP course can never build, because it's part of life, and it teaches you how to be human and how to be humble in the real world and how to accept challenges and keep on moving with those challenges. And that sisterhood. As a sixth grader, I remember hearing that word and being, that is really cheesy. How is that real? And now in college and university, I'm like, they are my sisters. I'm an only child, so when I graduated, I looked at the 25 girls sitting beside me, and I said, yes, we've been together for 7 years. They are definitely my sisters. So I have friends at school. I have best friends at university, but my sisters are from Young Women's, and I know they'll always be there. YWLA is more than just the academics. That is a huge part of its foundation because it works with intelligent students who want to thrive and succeed in the real world, but also builds character, and it builds good people who we need a lot of in the real world.
I know what the answer is. I can tell just by your enthusiasm and your conviction when you speak about the Young Women's Leadership Academy. But I assume that you also experienced that 8th grade year when some of your sisters were being drawn to the idea of a traditional comprehensive high school with all of the social elements that people identify high school life to. Did it ever occur to you to leave the Young Women's Leadership Academy?
As you said, and as an 8th grader, it was definitely a common conversation of like, so are you leaving or are you staying? And in my case, I did leave. I actually attended Civil Health Magnet because I wanted to pursue a career in medicine. The decision to take that step was never guided by, I want a prom, which is completely valid. I want a regular high school experience, and that is a reason that changes minds, and that is okay. But for me, at least, it was pursuing a career in medicine, and I wanted to have the best training I could get in the city of El Paso. And I thought that was the best step to take. I talked to Mrs. Villalobos, I talked to my teachers, and they were very understanding. She was honest with me, and she said, I get it. Because you want to pursue a career that is difficult, a career that requires training, you need the best foundations that you can get. And I tried it out for a semester, I tried it out for a semester, and it wasn't what I wanted. And it wasn't the courses, it wasn't because it was too hard. It wasn't easy either, but the people who surrounded me when I made that transition out of Young Women's were people that I did not want to have around me, were people that I weren't interested in seeing me succeed. I was just a number. And I looked back now, and I remember my conversation with Mrs. Villalobos and telling her, I tried it out, and believe me, it's not that it's hard. It's just that I don't feel supported. And she said, I understand. And thank you for being honest.
She took you back?
And she welcomed me back with open arms, yes. And there was a little bit of shame on my end that came attached to it, like, I messed up. Like I made a commitment and I messed up, I made the wrong choice. And she told me, well, did you try it? Yes. Well, why did you make that choice? And I'm like, because of my future. She's like, okay. It was what worked best for you. Mm-hmm. Our job here is to support you. And when I came back and I continued my high school career here, it felt right. So being able to take that step back and feeling safe enough and welcomed enough to do it was a very big part.
Now, where are you going to school?
I'm going to University of Texas at San Antonio. I'm a Terry Scholar at UTSA.
You're a Terry Scholar.
That's correct.
That's right. And that experience, have you found that the Young Women's Leadership Academy prepared you for anything they can throw at you?
Definitely. I am the woman I am today because of Young Women's Leadership Academy, the support of my family, and the community I grew up in. I would not be who I am if I didn't have these foundations with me. The Terry program, it has a lot of hurdles that you need to overcome in order to become part of the procedures program. Anyway, I understand, it's a full ride. So I remember having those interviews and of course being nervous and being excited, but the excitement overcame the nervousness because I had already done interviews here at Young Women's, because I had already taken written essays, I had already taken tests, because I knew that my experiences as a Latina woman who lives in the border city are valuable and are important to get out there. And as long as I let the Terry Foundation know that I was excited to be a part of their dream and take the journey with them as a university student, I knew everything was going to be okay and I was going to end up wherever I needed to end up. And things worked out. But definitely Young Women's gave me that foundation of strength and believing yourself and where you come from and that you matter and the things that you have to say also matter.
So one of the things that happens quite often with the Young Women's Leadership Academy graduate is that you take a significant number of transferable units, credits, to the college. So rather than finishing your, what I assume would have been your freshman year this year, are you already into your sophomore
That's correct.
requirements, curriculum?
I am actually looking at my degree works in my academic plan, I'm considered a junior.
You're a junior now.
Yes. So I'm done with all my basic.
About a year removed from the Young Women's Leadership Academy, you're approaching your junior year.
Absolutely, yes. And I'm taking the junior classes too.
And are you still pre-med?
Yes, I am. I'm studying neuroscience with a concentration in pre-med and with a minor in biology.
And is it your intention to become a medical doctor?
That's correct. I wanted to attend graduate school, medical school, and practice in the fields of neuroscience and hopefully become a neurologist.
And how old are you?
I am 19 years old.
19 years old, already a junior. You'll graduate at the age of 20, 21, and transfer to a medical school.
That is the plan.
Could that have happened without the Young Women's Leadership Academy experience? Could you see that happening if you had instead stayed at Knowles and gone to Eastwood High School?
I can say that it would have happened because it has been my dream and because I would have pushed hard, really hard, to achieve that dream. But I can't say that it would have happened the same way or to the quality and to the level that it is happening. More than a testimony, it's a living testimony. We're still very much in trial and error, and it's happening right now. So yes, it would have become a reality, but not with the character I have right now, with the skills.
Confidence.
With the confidence, that's right.
Yeah, I see that one of the things that happens with the young ladies at the Young Women's Leadership Academy is that as they experience more, as they grow, one of the attributes that is very important and clear, there's really two that I notice right away. One is confidence. Young ladies become very confident, self-assured, and the second thing is great communication skills. Great communication skills with the courage to take a position whether or not it may be popular. And so that's what was a big part of wanting this single gender experience for our young ladies in a city like El Paso where traditionally, historically, culturally has been a male-dominated environment everywhere except here. When you get here, you know that there is nobody pays any attention to male domination here. The young ladies do a great job. So as I've told your classmates, your colleagues, you are what we're pursuing. We're very, very proud of you. We have absolutely no doubt that you will fulfill your dreams, and we just ask that you come back and do something that we did for you. And I think Ms. Villalobos does a great job of getting women, having gotten women in front of you that inspired you, motivated you, and helped give you the confidence that you currently have.
Absolutely. She definitely is a pillar in my life. Still is and will continue to be.
Make sure you send her a Christmas card every year.
She's getting a sweatshirt this year.
Sweatshirt?
Yes.
From UTSA?
Not only UTSA, but it says Terry Scholars on there.
Oh, wow. Fancy.
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you so much.
As we can do.
Very nice speaking to you.